Namaskar, sir. Seeing you after such a long time, and thank you for agreeing to spare some of your time. It was such a wonderful meeting you. It was the chance meeting that we had in 2017 at Patna Development Management Institute. And I remember that day in the morning, I was sitting with Mukhiya ji, and you said, so what is the plan? So I said, I'm going to a village. And you said, can I come? I said, yes. And then we spent one memorable day visiting that village with which my father had connections, long connections. And knowing you both while on the onward and the return journey, and of course, spending time in that village. How do you recall that meeting, sir?
That's fantastic memories of the Patna and also that village. That village name is
Kaliachak.
Kaliachak. That's an amazing kind of thing. Especially, I got impressed with the Mukhiya's, the engagement, the kind of seriousness with which they were doing it. And the cobra, which the snake, the catcher has shown it, that mesmerized me.
Yeah, on the return journey, we saw that.
And the school visit.
Yes.
The school visit. I really liked it like that. For example, that day I've shown this model.
Yeah. Can you just remind, I have the video of this, a small one, but that the children were so happy. I wish, these simple things are adopted. Can you show this one? How did you do a plus b to the power of 2 is equal to a square b square plus b square plus 2ab?
Yeah. No, actually, it's a very, very simple thing. I don't think I have done anything great in it. But that small tadaka, that quality is when curry making is, there is a small tadaka is going to be. That's what I brought it in. That's what I feel it like that. There is a kit called Jodo kit.
Okay.
These are the straws, basically, plastic straws, and also connectors. And it comes in a kit called maybe around 150 rupees, 200 rupees. It comes. It is being done by an NGO. And there's an amazing person who created it. His name is Dr. Vivek Montiero. He's a Marxist.
Dr. Vivek?
Montiero.
Okay.
A Goan. Goa individual. And they created a NGO called Nava Nirmiti, building completely innovative society, new society. That's their idea. And they came out with a mathematics, physics, astrophysics, chemistry teaching tools, which are amazingly different. And this is one of the things which he picked up. He was a trade union leader, and he was training the trade union leader children for mathematics.
Okay.
And he picked up the simple sticks with which he used to do. And he thought that why not simple sticks to a better, what do you call these connectors, which are three hands and 4 hands, 2 hands. These kind of connectors have been created, straws, and then the structures are created for chemistry teaching, physics teaching, and even mathematics teaching. This is a plus B whole square model, where there are three dimensions: length, breadth, and height. Basically, there are 3 dimensions are available in it. So when you got a yellow and red, this particular length is called yellow and red. We can call it as A plus B. Similarly, the height is also got a yellow and red. So it becomes A plus B. And also depth is also there, which is yellow and red, which is again, it becomes A plus B. So A plus B into A plus B into A plus B is A plus B whole cube, which is nothing but a skeleton of a human body. The formula is a skeleton of a human body like that. No, it's a formula is being done into a skeleton like design like that.
This is the skeleton of the formula. Okay.
And this particular box has got 8 boxes in it.
Yes.
AQ,
Hmm.
A into A, all yellow, which is basically all AQ, and all red is BQ.
Okay.
A,
Yeah.
B into B into B,
Correct.
which is very clearly understandable. And they are diagonally opposite, diametrically opposite. This is in this corner, that is another corner, A cube and B cube. And there are 3 A square B's and 3 B square A's also there. The total elements are 1 plus 1 plus 3 plus 3. A cube plus B cube plus 3 A square B's and 3 B square A's. So it's such a simple way through which A plus B whole cube can be taught.
But
And
the
we can
way,
also,
yeah, the way you explained to the students, I mean, they caught it within minutes.
within minutes, like within seconds actually. And same design can be used for A cube minus B cube.
Wow. Would you like to demonstrate how did you do it in that school that day so that we have a turn record? Is it possible or some other day?
It can be done like that. I mean, I just said that, no, this is A and B, and then I asked them, then they told me what is this shape and what is this particular
Yeah.
They told me like that.
Okay.
And out of the total 30, 40 students, there are smart students within no time they tell it. But there are few others may not be able to tell it immediately, but they pick it within no time. The whole class will move to the very high level. So this is one kind of thing. But the most important thing is that I give this particular kit to my MBA students and ask them saying that unless you go and sell this in the market, I don't give marks for you about business strategy, customer behavior, marketing, product, price, communication, business model. These are all the terms which are being used in business teaching for an MBA at, it might be,
most schools.
Most schools. Customer behavior, how customer will behave when you have shown this. What is your self-awareness? Whether you can relate with a particular customer who was there in the road. So this becomes more important. And second thing is, are you able to sell this and get money out of it? That is the ultimate test for a business
learning,
individual. It may be 1 rupee, it may be 10 rupees, but that will tell that this gentleman is on the right path. It can be used by Irma, it can be used by I am Ahmedabad, it can be used by anybody. And every student can become not only practical learning, but also they can have productive learning. The whole idea is that, which we're more interested is practical
towards
learning.
New education.
Towards new education.
This is
we are mentioning about new education
written
in
by
2020.
This is written by whom? It's not very clear. M.K. Gandhi. Oh, edited by Kumarappa. Oh, I haven't read it. Okay. I haven't seen. Okay.
And
so must be an old book.
Very old book, 1930s, 1920s, like that. They're basically a compilation of Gandhi's articles from here and there, basically. And it's just 30 pages.
That's interesting. I think at this stage, since I know you, you know me, it might be of interest to share some of the things that you shared about your childhood, your upbringing, and the education right from your village, where I think that what connected that day with you and me, when you told me that you used to work as a school going student in, I think, 6th or 7th class to the Village Milk Producers Cooperative Society, and I came from NDDB. So that was another connect, apart from your simplicity and the way you had performed in the seminar the earlier day. So would you like to share about yourself, anything? And right from beginning to where you are.
Yeah. So the my good fortune is that most of my life where I came through, life was very, very, I took a productive path. I would like to say this very clearly. I took a productive path. So in terms of post-graduation, undergraduation, +2 level, even school level, it was a most productive path through which I walked through. All this Gandhi came in very late, but I could see that I somehow went through it like that. I will give 1 or 2, 3, 4 examples for it like this. Okay. So I come from a family, very poor family, where I can't afford with the 4 siblings in my family education. My brother is just, he's a medical training. He done it, a certificate course after 10th class, and he became a medical assistant in a hospital. That's a government job, he could get it. And my sisters got married very early. It's a very normal in a village background.
Yeah.
And luckily, I went through education. But what came to my rescue is my tailoring exposure. So my whole family for livelihood, just for livelihood, रोज रोटी चलाने के लिए हम we used to be a coolie. Basically, it is village tailor. Village tailor. गांव में हम machine चलाते, and I can stitch pant shirt of Shailendra ji, Dr. Shailendra ji, or anybody for that matter. And this particular tailoring skill, darji skills, almost I got from birth itself, because my mother used to take care of family of 4 members by stitching. And of course, my father is not a great hard worker. It's a very normal in the family where happy-go-lucky person. And my mother used to be very talented, creative, very, very focused lady. And she made all 4 of us into a very nice way like that. So I'm the most beneficiary of it. So I picked up tailoring, and I used to work as a tailor from school to my post-graduation level. So as an intermediate student, as a BCom student, as an MCom student, I used to be a tailoring at a weekend and support my BCom education. After my BCom, after my MCom, I've done my PhD with a good scholarships from the Government of India and also state government. But a more important thing, which should be noted, that government scholarships will not be sufficient for OBC students to continue education. Please understand, there are family problems, pressures, which will pull a student back.
Yeah.
For example, I recall my sister's marriage I could do after graduation with my scholarship, which I got of 2,500 in my graduation. That was kind of thing. I came for Hyderabad with a 40 rupees in my pocket for a post-graduation entrance examination, which I was in some hostel for 2 months, and then started working there as a tailor and support my day-to-day living even for that timeline. Once I got my admission in the university, it was an easy kind of thing. But till that time, coming to that is a real challenge. Anyhow.
So did you start tailoring in the village itself? When did you go to the society, the milk society?
So, I mean, it's a normal for a kid to make stitching separation, hemming, kaza, buttons. For example, this has got kaza is there, thol is there. This is called kaza. And especially the children will be doing this kaza work and buttons work, hemming, especially hemming work. And also stitching has to be separated, for example, unstitch it. This kind of work used to be done by me even, and already my brothers, my sisters, this normal kind of thing like that. So that was the beginning for it. And that is very, very hard work, because I mean, I could not go for it.
Concentration.
A lot of concentration and the heavy work. Actually, stitching on machine is much easier compared to making the hemming and making the things. This is much more hard work like that. And unless you do the tailoring work, unless the family can survive, you can't go to school. That was the condition very clearly being put. I mean, that is the condition has to be put by my mother. There is no other go for it. And that was from 6th standard, 5th standard onwards, I've done it.
And when did the Milk Society start in your
Wonderful,
village?
wonderful. I think maybe around 7th class, 8th class, 9th class, and 10th class. It was 1972, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh.
1973, 4, 5, 6. I passed out from village from 1976. There used to be a milk secretary in my village, and he used to be a very glamorous man. Basically, I mean, gaon mein kya ki? I thought the milk collect kar rahe, and he's making a lot of, I mean, looks like very kind of thing. And he used to do accounts, he used to pay money. So it was a glamorous kind of thing. And they used to have a good milk collection. Basically, they used to have a good milk also. He was there in the very close by 3, 4 houses, very close by to me. He was rented a home. And he's basically from outside. He came from the village to the village. So I saw him, and one day he asked me, why don't you come along with me for the milk collection center? So क्या देगा? अरे उधर तो दूध मिलेगा, आप दूध ले लेगा, बस उतना ही. I said, okay, we'll go. And my attraction for going to milk collection center is 5 बजे, 4 बजे एकदम कड़क चाय मिलते थे. Actually, that was the most exciting thing for me. Morning 4 o'clock. And I used to get up very early in the morning. That was my habit. Even now, I get up by 4 o'clock. I mean, 5 o'clock. And I sleep early, I get up very early. Gaon mein to very common. And we never had electricity in my house till, till I became an MCom and became a lecturer.
Same here.
with a lamp, I used to study for that matter. So one day he asked me, why don't you come? I went there and started. What is a very simple conundrum? 8th class, 9th class, 10th class, every day morning, 5 to 8:39. And 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, I used to go to the school immediately after that. Come back, change my dress, and immediately have to go to the school. That was the whole idea. And morning 4 o'clock, 3:30, 4 o'clock, we used to get up, go there by 5, clean the cans, around 7, 8 cans, collect around 200 liters of milk, and take samples of them. And then once the cans are uploaded to the van, which comes by 7 o'clock, and of 7 to 8, 8:30, the milk have to be tested. The alcohol put it, and then there is a machine which we'll be putting, and then do it like that. And we used to have a reading. And the milk, that particular samples, I used to get almost every day 2 to 3 liters of milk. And even in very great summer, we used to have at least 2 liters of milk. And without buffalo, I used to have a wonderful buffalo milk in my home.
You became the buffalo.
Actually, that. And the whole family got habituated for that. It's such a rich milk.
I know. And was there an evening milk collection also, or only morning?
Only morning it used to be there. And a lot of people in the night milk, they used to give in the morning.
Okay. They will.
That was a big problem in the morning. There's no problem. There used to be, the milk used to get spoiled, and we used to smell it, whether it is there or not. That was a challenge for most of the secretary and also the people who were buying it.
So your exposure to Gandhiji, you said that and his teachings came later, but I think helping self-help, or either due to your own circumstances or something learned from the mother or something came from within, that was inculcated very early in life. I mean, that's how I get it. So
Sure.
when did exposure to Gandhiji come? And
Yeah.
you talked that day about Nai Talim, so something about that too.
Sure. I definitely give credit to the self-help came because of circumstances. My father came from a good family, and he has got a good money. My grandfather has gave it, but he completely disposed. He's a good, peg master. And that was a very common thing in the village. Yeah. And I became a non-alcoholic later on, and even a vegetarian for that matter. Anyhow, that's the story. And coming to the Gandhi, what happened is that I gave one assignment to my students in the classroom for an MBA student. This is a style for most of the MBA professors, saying that, no, I gave Gandhi for the leadership. It's usually they used to put a collar kind of thing. So I also gave a Gandhi for what are the Gandhian management in it? What are the Gandhian values in it? What are the Gandhian strategies? What are the Gandhian community?
Yeah, and this you are talking when you joined NITI, right?
NITI as a professor.
Okay. So
I gave it to that. And students started doing it. One day CR came to me, wonderful student. He's a top class president in some private company today. And he came to me in tears. I said, Mrunmay, what happened? Sir, everybody is, copying the assignment from everybody else. And I feel very bad for Gandhi copy. I said, how come we can stop it? He said that, sir, Gandhi ko copy kar rahe ho. I said, this is a mistake of mine. I think why you are in tears. Actually, I started in tears actually. So the whole problem is that students copy when the scope is there for them to copy. It is not their mistake.
So the assignment you gave was to write an essay on Gandhi's
reading this book and writing it. And there is a scope for them to, without reading, they can copy it. So it is my mistake to give an assignment where they can copy it. So the whole planning and systems we have to ensure to see that if there is no scope for copying, they can't copy it.
Correct.
And there should not be incentive for them to copy.
Absolutely.
And there should be disincentive for copying. Like that's whole idea to be looked at. So anyhow, I immediately tried to change the assignment, how differently it has to be done. Started thinking about it. Then I came out with a policy. I said that next batch, I give this book to every student, 10 copies, and they have to go out and sell this book. And for every book, they get 10 rupees commission. And after selling it, they have to write an assignment.
Assignment on the selling process or on the book?
On the book, on the Gandhi and selling process.
Okay.
2 pages, 3 pages. And the biggest problem is for selling the book, he has to open the book. He can't sell the book without opening it.
Yeah, without knowing the product, how can you make a sale?
And Gandhi is such a dangerous person. If somebody carries a Gandhi and want to sell it, and person like Shailendraji will ask 101 questions.
Definitely.
It can't happen for a mug. It don't happen for it. It don't happen for something like that, a product like this. But Gandhi will be asked very intensely. So they started reading it. Gandhi is such a nasha. I call it as nasha. Very carefully, I'm using the word. एक चढ़ जाता है and एक बार चढ़ गया उतरेगा भी नहीं and especially for young men चढ़ जाता है, that's ultimate. And the incentive is that they are getting 10 rupees commission for it
per book sold.
Book sold, and they are getting marks for it. Third more important thing is there are few people I came to know that they have not sold it. They just bought the book and submitted the assignment and they got the marks for that. But I realized, I came to know that they felt really guilty for this. This is a more important thing for them. The people who sold and people who have not sold, there is a very clear distinction between these two people. Whenever the person who has not sold the Gandhi always will feel that I have done a mistake. I have not got the money. I paid from my pocket. I copied it. And the way somebody who sold the Gandhi, it's absolutely tone, tenor, understanding is very different. This is quite possible with the Gandhi.
That book about Gandhi as the soul of Gandhi. So if I'm cheating, then I'm cheating with his soul. That is, so that gives the feeling of guilt. He's not a product. He's a living persona.
So the whole idea came out that productive learning it's possible to be created with a practical learning. And the Gandhian seed of the whole Gandhian learning is productive learning. Practical and productive, both are there. When practical becomes productive, the value system increases. This is a very, very important point. When practical becomes productive, the value system develops. Head, heart, and body is engaged in the whole process. This is called one more holistic learning. Holism says that the student has got a body to be used. Why not the body to be used? Because he got a body. Student has got a heart. Why not heart being used for that? Basically, the feeling, emotional part of a human being to be part of education, and cognitive part of it, emotional part of it, muscular part of it, and values generated. And it's a long-lasting learning. So the whole productive learning came from this particular book. And I'm proud to say that, I could make in the last 15, 20 years, almost 5 lakh copies of this book.
Wow.
Through many colleges with many students. So this becomes clearly the practicing the Gandhian philosophy in ninth level at a post-graduation level, not at a kindergarten level. Gandhi has experimented only at a kindergarten level. He is not at the PG level. And this is absolutely an innovation in the whole process. The biggest problem is that Gandhi is much more implementable at a PG level, much more easily implementable at a PG level than an UG level. Okay. This is not explored by the university faculty, sir.
Or at the school level?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is much easy to make productive learning at a UG level and PG level compared to school level.
And why would that be so? Because of the development, the intellectual development of the person, learning and the scope, widens?
There is a ocean of knowledge already available with the student. The knowledge capital is already available. There is urgency to make productive for this gentlewoman who is going to be released into the market. There is no urgency for a school student to become productive. But a 28 years boy or a girl who has done a double master's, actually I have just spoke to 5 minutes back. The gentleman has done from NIT Trichy MTech and now he's doing again MBA, and he couldn't make even 1 rupee out of his learning. The biggest issue is that there is an urgency with 28 years boy, young man has to quickly in a hurry to convert his knowledge into learning. पढ़ाई में कमाई बहुत जरूरी है, urgency है, अभी होना है.
That day in the village also you were saying, बेच कर सीखो, सीख कर बेचो, or something like that, right?
I'll give that name. बेचो बेचो बेचो, बेच के सीखो, सिखाई बेच के सीखो.
Okay.
जितना सीखा पूरा बेचो. क्यों सीखा है भाई? बेचने के लिए सीखा है. एंड आप बोलते हैं कि सीखा है. Where is a validation that आप सीखा है? No sir, I got a gold medal. अरे भाई, गोल्ड मेडल में गोल्ड नहीं है. गोल्ड मेडल में गोल्ड नहीं है, काले वो मेडल है, गोल्ड के बोलता है. एंड दूसरा चीज है कि the marks given by the university is one indication, only memory. It's only thinking, but not doing and value created. The ultimate test and validation of it is that बेच के सीखो, सिखाई बेच के सीखो. जितना सीखा पूरा बेचो, जब सीखा तुरंत बेचो. The biggest problem of education is that 20 years you learn, after 20 years you join गोदी में बैठो, मालिक का गोदी में बैठो, मालिक बोलेगा कि क्या करना है तभी यूज करो. This cannot be that. जब सीखा तुरंत बेचो. जहां सीखा वहीं बेचो.
Hmm.
If you are learning in Patna, don't apply in London. The biggest problem is that I am learning in Patna and putting in London. नहीं. तो पहले पटना में जितना है उसको आजमाना है, प्रूव करना है कि मुझे सिखाई हुआ है, इसके बाद कहीं भी करो चलेगा. जहां सीखा वहीं.
That's very interesting. Local.
Local. Please understand, the rural places, top class universities are being created only to develop the rural areas. They are eating, they are consuming, they are squeezing, but not they're developing the local areas.
That's all for export.
Actually, they spoil the local area and they're better off
In
to.
the foreign. Yeah.
So location of a university, a medical college is created to develop the health of the people. An agricultural university is created to develop the agriculture of it. An MBA college is developed to develop the supply chain around it. Sir.
Yeah, I was saying that you have done this experiment for the last 20 years. Would you like to share some learnings? I mean, you talked in terms of the guilt that those who did not sell and wrote their assignment, what they felt. You also talked in terms of the learnings that they had, the value creation and so on. But there must have been, I mean, there may be thousands, if not hundreds, thousands of students would have passed. And what has been their experience, and how do they look back at this experimental learning in the NITI class that you take?
Yeah, amazing, sir. And the T-shirt which I am wearing is from a company called
Diwali, no. Kirana, Shop Kirana.
Shop Kirana.
Yeah.
And the gentleman has sent me the
Wow, sweets. He's your student, is it?
So this is a company in Indore.
Uh-huh.
And this gentleman is a product of this methodology. जितना सीखा पूरा बेचो, जब जब सीखा तुरंत बेचो, जहां सीखा वहीं बेचो. And the gentleman created such a wonderful company, and he sends me this thing. And today tomorrow he will be a Marico, he will be a Haldiram, he can be a this kind of a grocery kind of a thing. And he came out with a company called Direct.
What is his name, doctor?
His name is Deepak Danotia. Deepak Danotia. And like that, we got around 500 to 600 companies are created in the last 15 years. And there are unicorns kind of thing. So there is a methodology which we could develop, a pedagogical model which we could develop it like this. This is a one-day exercise which is being done.
Correct.
Similarly,
one thing. What else is being done?
So this particular program, we are named it as Mandi, Bech ke Seekho, Sell, Earn and Learn. Sell, earn and learn. That was the whole idea through which this is a seed of the soul of whole pedagogical learning model. This is a seed. This is the soul. This is a bija. What is the next level is an interesting kind of thing. From these kind of a selling, street selling, this is the fundamental, the foundation is created for that one day exercise. And once it is being done, we'll be moving to second level, third level, and fourth level. What are the second, third, fourth level? We will be giving the students assignments which are being done in most of the other courses, most of the other subjects, making them money out of it. That is the second level. And converting the assignments into the parts and pieces of a startup. So we think that a human body is nothing but the parts are there.
Mhm.
There may be around 300 parts.
Yeah.
If you make 300 parts, if you connect them, there is a possibility to create the whole body.
Okay.
Same philosophy can be applied for a startup. Startup is nothing but 300 parts. So a student who is there for 700 days in an MBA program, every 2 days he can create one part, so that by 700 days, he will get around 200 parts he can make.
Mhm.
So by the time it's over, he will be able to create 50-60% of startup is created. He can understand what else has to be done, or some of the parts may be unnecessary for it. He will throw it out. So he can sell the 20% startup to some company and make around 30%, 40% of his fees out of it. And the experience will make them to become most and best employable.
So you said there are about 500 to 600 startups that have come up during the last 15, 20 years or whatever. And I like that analogy of the body and the startup. The body has parts, so have the startups, right? So in case of management education, when you are talking of a startup as the body, how would you name? For example, in the human body, we have hand, eyes, ears, and so on. So what would be the parts in the case of the startup that the student learns during the course?
That's very good. So for example, the parts are nothing but the subjects which are being taught. All the subjects which are done in a different modules is nothing but a different parts like that. For example, the hand is one module, and there is the leg is one module, the head is one module, the mid body is one module. Is basically, so for example, 6 subjects are going to be there in that. So mathematics, economics, communication, strategy,
All that.
These are all body parts.
Yeah, so this is more like any management school will do that. They are claimed to do that, right? But how does it fit into become a body? What is it that does the student think of the startup idea right at the college, or it develops over time?
It's very interesting that when business is being there, then hydrogen and oxygen, when being brought together, they get attracted. There is no need to connect hydrogen and oxygen. The beauty about business is that when you got a finance, you got a marketing, they get connected automatically. Such an amazing thing. Actually, it's naturally happens. The whole world which we are around, nobody is doing it. Happens on its own. Rain is coming. The sun is coming, kind of thing. So the assignments get connected automatically. Number one. Number two, when the next assignment is being planned, see to that it get connected to the earlier lesson. It's like a Fibonacci kind of thing. So every successive is connected to the earlier ones. So that a mala ban jayega. And if it cannot do it in a connected, throw it out. And again, try for some more to be done like that.
That you mentioned.
So for example, in a tailoring, the collar, the packet, the hands, the shoulder, these are all parts in a kind of thing. I can make parts and connect it. Those shirt ban jayega.
So
the mobile, there are 400, 500 parts. Parts are there connected automatically. The soul comes in.
But who teaches how to connect?
Actually, the students have got an amazing kind of thing. Once the things are available, for example, we used to have a small story. The body parts of a dead animal was there. The 4 friends who fools were going, and somebody combined them. Somebody said that I will give this particular shape for it. I will give this particular skin for it. And finally, somebody said that I can give life for it. And it became a big elephant, lion, and it ate the 4 members. But one person was there who knows that it will become a lion, was on the tree, top of the tree, and he escapes for it. I don't know whether you heard about this story in Neeti Chandrika, and also these small stories which are being told. The beauty about startup is that imagining the whole student labor circulating the curricular labor. I use the word
Curriculum.
circulate the curricular labor so that startup is the result of it.
Say more on curricular labor. What is that? First time I'm hearing.
Circulate the curricular labor. Curricular labor is basically, reading. I mean, academic is basically reading, writing, memorizing. This is what they do it. The labor. इतना काम करवाता है बच्चों से. पैसे भी गया, talent भी गया, time भी गया, endeavor भी गया. But finally, what you got is learning. He's got it, but he has not got value out of it. Actually, the labor can be circulated. It can be recirculated into created a startup, and amazing values can be created. I got some of the companies which are created in the classroom, lakhs of rupees worth. And most of them, they throw it out, but they get back again after placement. They revise it, they scale up, they think very differently. That is the beauty about these startups which are created out of it. We got a 4 crore students every day going to the college. All these 4 crore students are spending in a year 40,000 crores
Yes.
for higher education. 40,000 crores by 4 crore students. So all this money can be regenerated 40,000 crores in a year. This is what Gandhi said, that higher education should not be supported through state revenue.
And we are
Higher
the exactly opposite of that.
Higher education is supported through state funded. No, I mean, somebody might say that you got scholarships. I say that I got a scholarship, but the idea is that, can I make my food every day? And I also eat in the hostel, so that the JNU student will also get his food, makes it, and he also get the food in the hostel. It's nothing wrong in that. And how come a JNU student can't make every day 1,000 rupees?
Of course, they can make much more if they want to.
And it is part of the learning. They will get marks for it. They get money for it. They stand on their own legs. And 4 crore students, out of which 1 crore passing out every year, they don't require jobs. They can become job givers. नौकरी देने वाला बन जाएगा, नौकरी लेने के लिए तैयार नहीं हो जाएगा. That is what we need, the whole higher educational system, which Gandhi has looked at. So the whole model is from one-day selling to assignments, and assignments are being built into a startup, and they go for an excellent placement. I'm very clear about that. Students must go for placement. Why? They are paying 50 lakh, 20 lakh rupees for an MBA program. They're all taking a loan from a bank. There is a pressure on them to repay it. That's one. Number two, more important. When the student join a company like NDDB, he get an excellent exposure. He get resources. He can pick up few people from an NDDB. He can get them out, and he can recruit his seniors as his employees for his future company. Actually, companies want such people who can pick up some people from the company so that they become much bigger.
Yeah.
Sure. So exposure to industry is very important. But before that, students should be able to prove his learning in earning.
Yeah, but as part of your curriculum, there must be some company placement during the 2-year program. They will go and work in some company, prepare a report. That is done in addition to this. Yeah, got it.
Yeah.
So tomorrow or whenever we get our second conversation, we should talk on entrepreneurship. Yesterday, after that video that you shared about that Patna boy, we had very interesting discussion. So I think we should talk about entrepreneurship too also. Okay.
Sure. So education should think about definitely about employment, but education should go beyond employment, beyond skills, beyond values. It should be able to create all educated as capitalists, all educated as capitalists, not only uneducated becoming capitalists. Today, the biggest problem is that
Other way around.
educated becomes salaried wage laborers and uneducated becomes capitalists. And the educational, why I say like this, take the top 10, 15, 20 institutions, how many people who are passing from these particular institutions are joining jobs only to resign. No, they're not joining jobs to resign. They're joining jobs to continue for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. This preparation is not being done. That is the problem. So one of the most important thing here I would like to take is that education should develop among the students capital formation capacity, not just wage earning capacity, not just salary earning capacity, because we want the whole world to be capitalist. Competitive capitalism can sustain the democracy. Crony capitalism, few capitalists can eat away all political parties and they can capture the political parties and ruin the democracy. Today, the biggest threat for the democracy is capitalism. Capitalism is not a bad, but we need to make every educated as capitalist. There is a huge competition and there is a much better productivity and services are available for the society. I don't know whether I made it clear for you, sir.
Make it very clear.
I request you to give a comment on it so that I'll be happy to learn from you whether you got it.
No, you are the teacher and I'm the listener. But every time I'm glad that we reconnected. And first of all, thank you very much. I had lost you for 4 years and I had some of those old videos and I got to talk to you. From whatever you just now said, I mean, I have learned 2, 3, 4 things a little more. I better understand the pedagogy that you use. Because it is not only selling of a book or doing an assignment, it is much more than that.
Yeah.
It is leading to create a structure, what you call a skeleton or a body, which is maybe 60%, 70% of a startup. He may the student may not proceed with that because he had, first of all, he's new, so he has not experienced an organization. So he would take up a job, A, to get that experience, B, to be able to pay back the loan that he may have taken, and so on and so forth. But the most important thing that I got, and I'm still thinking, what you said about capitalism. And 2, 3, the uneducated become the captain. I mean, they are the master. And the educated become salary earners. I was fortunate in case of NDTV because it was a social enterprise with working for the poor people. And we had very highly educated people. So, and they didn't, Dr. Kurian, for example, didn't take a single paisa as a salary from 1965 till 1998, till he was the chairman. He, as a managing director, general manager of Amul and managing director of GCMMF, that he quit in 1983. After that, he was chairman. So board sitting fee, yes. So that I had a totally different kind of a thing. But these crony capitalists, they can ruin, and they are ruining the democracy.
Democracy.
Not only in India, but the world.
Across the world.
Yeah. So we have the bloody dictators ruining the communism, communist movements, and we have these crony capitalists ruining the democracy. That's the greater challenge. So we end today for this, and for tomorrow or the next, when we talk, we should talk specifically on entrepreneurship, because you have very powerful ideas on that. And thank you, Dr. Prasad. Nice meeting you. Keep in touch. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for the opportunity.
What
And,
opportunity.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Bye.